So, you guys gotta put your hands together, harder than you ever had in your entire lives, for the fantastic, for the amazing, for Jordan Pilkenton!
Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Pilkenton. A couple quick facts about me. I'm 20 years old. I look like a Gap mannequin that's been fed too many sandwiches. And I'm a big fan of history. Really like reading history books, you know, like biographies and autobiographies and some other third thing. And right now, I'm reading a book all about Alexander Hamilton. Maybe you've heard of him. And the way they introduce his wife in the book is beneath Eliza's white silk-tied dress, she has a shapely body, but not a delicate femininity, which is just about the most elegant way of saying damn she thick I think I've ever read. That's true. The more I read about Hamilton, the more I think we read about comedy now. We're both under 5'8", we both have serious daddy issues. And I'm probably going to get shot the next time I go to New Jersey. That's just a fact. I would know I'm from Jersey, and being from Jersey, I have an accent that comes out when I'm scared or frightened. Kind of like a porcupine and its quills. But instead of poking things, I just kind of yell at my problems till they go away. But it's never a coherent sentence. It's just a string of words that sound kind of scary in an accent. For example, the other day I was walking across the street when this car moves hits me. Scary, I know. And out of reflex, I yell, "Hot dog coffee water!" And they go, "Oh, good heavens, the Yankees are attacking." Welcome to my life. You know, I'm from a small little bay town in Jersey called South Amboy. It was nice. It's an immigrant community. So growing up, I got to experience a bunch of different cultures, which was nice. For a Polish guy, where Polish culture is potatoes and stocky women who look like potatoes, it was nice to get a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's immigrant community. So, like, for breakfast, we could have pierogies. For lunch, we could go across town and get empanadas. And then, you know, streetlights come on, and I get, "Hey, Polak! Stay on your side of the tracks." Home sweet home, guys. Home sweet home. I'm not just Polish. I'm also depressed on my father's side. But it's not like a sexy depression that looks good smoking cigarettes or makes me skinny. But it's more like the kind of depression where I stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning watching Planet Earth 2. And don't get me wrong, Earth's cool, doesn't deserve a sequel. And so I'm watching the show, and there's this episode all about the natural environment of the human city. And there's a city in India that has a leopard problem. I'll say that again, it has a fucking leopard problem. And what that means is that your mom will say, "Hey, make sure you don't stay out too late or you'll get fucking eaten by a leopard." I couldn't really relate to it too much because I grew up on the East Coast where our two biggest problems were kidnappers and Confederates. So it took some time to, you know, really understand that. My roommate recently added me to a group chat with her and her girlfriend, which was nice because I've always wanted a third wheel online. I think she did it because she's worried that I'm lonely. You know, like they'll go on dates and I won't. But like, you know, they do that, I do the same thing, or I do similar things. You know, it's like they go out to the root cellar and spend $7 on one lemonade. And I like to stay home and yell at our cat. That's just tomato, you know what I mean? As I mentioned, I'm Polish, meaning my family's from Poland. So we have a rite of passage in our family. It's when you really become a man. And it's when they talk to you about the Holocaust. Let me explain. So my grandfather grew up in 1950s Poland. And about a decade before this, there was this little thing that happened called World War II. I don't know if you've heard about it. And so I think just because he grew up in that environment, he feels like this is something that needs to be passed down to the future generation. You know, it's like you teach them how to tie their shoes, how to do their taxes, and our bloodline is almost exterminated by the greatest evil the world's ever seen. That's what you tell your kids. You know, some kids got like books about dinosaurs. When I was 10 years old, my grandfather got me a book called Auschwitz, Voices from the Ground. Don't worry, it was a picture book. Some kids were taught the golden rule, do unto others others as you have done to yourself. My grandfather always said, if there's a God, he has to beg for my apology. That's my mom's dad, by the way. My dad's dad, on the other hand, he likes to call me once a week and have the same conversation. But it always starts the same way. I pick up the phone, I go, hey, Gramps. He goes, Jordan, you're in college, right? I'm like, yeah, he asks this every week. He goes, okay. What's your major? I'm like, well, it hasn't changed, but it's before I can finish. He goes, only thing major about you is being a major pain in my ass. And then he high fives all his old war buddies. Yeah, a little bit geezer. I used to, speaking of the old and the elderly, I used to tell people that I was an old man trapped in a young body, and I thought that was very fun. And then I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and now I think it's fucking hysterical. Yeah, some people are bad to the bone, I'm bad in my bones, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? That's right. It's kind of like puberty part 2, but instead of my voice cracking, my joints still. That's enough of that. Not too long ago, I was seeing a girl that also happened to have arthritis at like 20 years old. Crazy, but it's like we're made for each other. Sex was terrible just because it sounded like the deck of an old boat. Yeah, we couldn't get too exciting because every 5 minutes we have to stop and pop a couple laughs because things don't work like they used to in the So I was there this one week and we were going at it like Betty White's Stan Lee. Good luck getting that out of your head tonight. When I hear this banging on the door and it's her roommate going, Rebecca, I think our apartment might be haunted. I keep hearing these creaks and moans coming through the walls and I don't know what's going on. That's stupid, that's not what she said. What her roommate actually said was, hey, you arthritic fucks, stop moaning when I'm home. This shit's gross. She's right. I haven't been in like a real relationship for a while. The last one was in high school. That's because it didn't end very well, you know what I mean? But I should have known that going into it. You know, there were signs going into that relationship that it would end in disaster. Most notably, her favorite song was Wasn't Me by Shaggy. Now, for those of you who don't know, Wasn't Me is a song all about cheating on and getting caught cheating by your significant other. And this was her favorite song of all time. She listened to that shit daily. Should have been a sign. Should have been a dead giveaway, because then I cheated on her. Hey, don't worry, I got over it. We're going on dates. I went on a date about a year ago. Easily the most buck wild experience of my entire life. Let me set the stage. I'm in Austin, I'm at a coffee shop, I'm having dinner with this girl, making casual conversation, talking about how Guardians of the Galaxy or something. And she goes, yeah, you know, I have 17 roommates. And I said, excuse me? And she goes, oh, I just 17 roommates. I live in a co-op. This is a night of co-op stories, is what I'm getting at. And I said, excuse me, as Hayden mentioned earlier, for those of you who know what a co-op is, it's kind of like a compound or a commune, you know, like Jonestown. That's where she lived. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And you know, the day's going on, she's like, do you want to go back to my place? And I should have said no. But instead I said yes, because your boy needs coochie. We're walking up, and it's like this 3-story Victorian style mansion in the middle of Austin. Somehow there's a forest surrounding it. I don't know how, it's like right off 6th Street, there's just woods. I don't think it was real. We're walking up, I'm like, oh cool, you live here? She goes, no, I'm not a high enough level. I live in the shed. I'm like, what? And she points over, and there's a separate building garage, which is called the shed, that she lives in with her roommate, and it has a curtain splitting the room in half. That's right, that's what she lives in. And we walk in, and she's like, yeah, you know, my roommate's closet collapsed in on itself the other week. And I'm like, we're still in here? We're still in this building? And she explained to me that when the closet collapsed in on itself, as closets are wont to do, they looked up and they saw a white painted room with one mattress and no entrance, no exit. There was a mattress and it was painted white. And she said if you looked at that spot from any other point in the attic, there was nothing there. It was a hidden room. I don't know why. I don't know who lived there. I was there. I said, that's cool. Can we leave? And so she takes me on a tour of the house, and as we're walking up, she said, oh, by the way, heads up, clothing is optional at our co-op. And I said, that's fine, I'm not going to see anything or anything like that. And so we walk in, she takes me to the kitchen, there's a guy, she's like, this is Brett, his duty is to wash clothes, is to do dishes tonight. Brett is wearing an apron and nothing else. I say, cool, how you doing, Brett? He goes, oh, I'm like, this has been a good talk, I'm driving mad. We walk there, she takes me to the roof. Takes me to the roof of the co-op. Where they're facing their backyard, there are 6 staircases that just kind of lead over it and stop after 5 steps. A real stairway to Heaven's Gate, if you will. Sounds a finger. And she goes, would you like to look? And I said, I'd like to leave. So she goes, one more stop. We have to see the basement. And I should have said no. However, if you've ever seen a horror movie, you know that anyone with this lack of melanin will say yes to anything. Something about all this privilege makes me think, yeah, I should check out those screams from the basement. So we're walking down, and she goes, there's no light, so you have to use the flash on your phone, which was a nice heads up. And we're walking down, and she goes, you know, we knew people had lived here before us because of all the artwork. And I said, yeah, it's a house. I'm sure somebody's lived here before. This isn't an excavation. And we walk down there, and I see the art. Are you guys familiar with like Ancient Aliens, like the whole like mind thing, where it's like a guy like this is like in a spaceship? That's etched into the concrete of this basement. That's etched, and it stretches all around it, and it's painted and it's colored in. She goes, yeah, this is it. When we got here, there was $10 at the bottom of the staircase staring up. And we don't know where they went. Keep that in mind. And so I'm like, this is easily the worst night of my life. I don't think I'm going to make it out. I need to show you the chest. Not, do you want to see it? I need to show you. And she points over to the side of the basement, and I look down this hallway, and at the center, at the back of this hallway, in the center of the wall, there's a chest. One old-fashioned leather chest. There's nothing around it. There's a bunch of trash in this basement. It stops 5 feet apart from this thing. Even the artwork stops before this chest. We walk up. She goes, I need to open it. I said, you don't have to. This isn't mandatory. And inside was one Raggedy Ann doll covered in shattered glass. And it was wearing my clothes. No, that's stupid. Can you imagine how scary that would be? So that was that date. I got the fuck out of there. And you know what the worst part about this date was? She ghosted me at the end of it. Like I had the problem. Like I tried to invite her to my murder house, and she was weirded out. I mean, I did. She said no, but like it's besides the point. Anyway, good night, everybody.